tubes. Everyone's on TV now. Didn't you used to think about that when you were a little kid? That like, oh, headline TV, and now we all are on TV all the time. I don't know that it's made anything better. All right, let's start. I'm going to do lymph flush today because I feel like there's a lot of stuff going around, but we're going to start with breathing and shaking and just getting it going. So let's just start with a regular slow breath. Inhale up for 6. So coherent breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking up space 2, 3, 4. Reaching long 6. Take it down. Feel yourself radiating away from center, really reaching out into the world. Inhale up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up 2, 3, 4. To the heavens. Exhale down to earth, to Gaia, the goddess below. Inhale up 2, 3, 4, 6. Interlace your hands on top. We're just going to shift it a little bit, get a little bit more side-side movement. So just stretching from side to side. I've opened into a wider stance, shifting my weight from side to side in a sort of gentle way. Letting your head go off vertical. So from your tail to your head, we could say tongue to tail, hydrating, moving, getting going. And then circles over your head. And change direction, go the other way. And then shake it out. And we're just going to do a, so it's in through your nose. I'm going to take it off. There we go. Now you're going to do a little sniff. And you can even lift yourself up off the floor, depending on how much of a bounce you want to get in there. Just like you're shaking all the stuff out. In through your nose, out through your mouth, just getting the system more pumped, primed, alive, resilient. This is also for lymph. I'm not jumping, I'm just going to my tippy toes and dropping my heels on the ground. And then one more thing here, just gentle twists. If twisting hurts, skip it. If twisting hurts, you could do like a side thing instead. But if twisting feels good, go for some twists. Breathing, seeing the space around you. Let's bring it in and just turning your head. So head side to side. Taking in your environment, giving your brainstem the information that you are relatively safe. Although we did have an earthquake in New York yesterday, New York, New Jersey. I was on a Zoom call talking about like the earth and the planet and this art project, this dance project I'm working on. And the person who was in New York City that I was online with was like, oh my God, the building just shook. And I was like, oh, and she's like, I think we just had an earthquake. And then like just a few minutes later, I felt the shake up here. And then I thought, oh, that's just my washing machine. But the washing machine we have now doesn't shake the house anymore. So anyway, up and down with your head. So now that I've made you nervous again, talking about earthquakes, look up and look down. Really look up, chin to the ceiling, and then chest, chin to chest. Big lift. And you can think of supporting your head as you go back. So you're not kind of dropping it, but you're long, looking up and down. These are reflexes and responses that our body has that help us orient and organize in space. Here is where I am. The more space I can see around me, the more spacious my brain can be. And so oriented, here we are on the planet as people in the Zoom together or in the interwebs, wherever we are. Let's just shake that out for a second. Oh, I don't want to know that information. No, just shake it out. Let it go. Shake, 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 shake. Relax your face. And then we'll come in for the lymph flush and we'll add some of the face points. So rubbing your hands together first, getting that little bit of energy in between your hands, relationship, sensation, however you want to think of that. And then let's take our right hand to the left upper clavicle, and I'm going to go above and below. So I'm going to kind of let my fingers get in there, not destroying any capillaries underneath, not destroying any tissue underneath, working with your own awareness to touch yourself in a way that is not destructive. So be kind and gentle to your body. You're not forcing anything into it. You're not fixing it. You're just giving it more opportunity to be resilient. And then coming up around the angle of the jaw on the same side, just gently moving that tissue, inviting any lymph flow that might be a little blocked to open up and flow easily. Especially in the morning after you've woken up, like all that glial lymph is coming out. Your brain, sleeping is super important because that is when your brain detoxifies, predominant brain detoxification. So we want to make sure that that is clearing out. Taking it to the other side, same thing. So this is my left hand to my right clavicle. I'm going to move my head and neck, my shoulders a little bit. Tongue is relaxed. Juicy, hydrated tongue. I did this talk with Liz Koch yesterday not yesterday, I uploaded it yesterday, but I talked to her on Thursday. And her current big exploration, one of them is tongue to tail, juicy inner body, hydrated, fluid, vital. Take it up around the angle of the jaw, same thing. Even when I talk about my tongue starts to salivate a little bit more. So feeling that aliveness and that vitality in your mouth. Some people think aging is just a process of getting drier and drier. Desiccation. We're turning into raisins. But really, if we move our tissue, if we invite that plump, juicy fluid to reintegrate in our body, we have more access to that. All right, let's take it to this little point right here next to your, sort of above your nostril. And you're going to squish up your face and move it around so that you're waking up underneath the skin and the surface between your cranium and the surface, and then also the stuff that's going in. Like there's a way in under here into your brain. So I'm going under. There's some lymph nodes right there. I'm going to be a little more gentle here on my face. I'm like, oh, I can feel this. And I'm going to squish. I'm going to feel what's happening underneath and also how hard I'm pushing, squishing up your face, squeezing it all, waking it up, squishing it like a lemon, opening up like a pumpkin. Squish and open. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Rub your hands together one more time. We're going to do the 10 little dragons, little qigong exercise, 10 little dragons running through the forest. So I'm just going over my whole head, or all my hair, moving my skin over my cranium. So it's not like locked on there. There's a little bit of movement. We're going the full Monty today. We're going to take a little hit over your shoulder, just upper trap. It could be a smack like this, or it could be a hit with your fist, whatever feels good to you. Cross body, contralateral work, giving your tissue just a little ripple of energy. And then coming in, 2 fingers in here. Here's the edges of my collarbones down. There's a little indentation, K27 point. We're circling in there. So this is the lymph Flush Plus. This is the Lymph Flush Plus, a lot of different energy work, qigong, different things in there. Move your face around. I can already feel that stuff has started to clear a little bit, some of the sticky stuff. Oh, I got the coffee tongue. Breathing. Let's go with a thymus thump. I like to thymus thump right in the center and then work my way out to a full Tarzan. Oh, feel free to make noise with that. Do not be shy, unless you have somebody who's going to yell at you at home. And if you do, maybe it's time to move out. Although, you know, sleeping people aren't always with their full faculties to behave in the way that, I don't know. So maybe give them a break. If somebody yells at you for making noise in your house, they might have a reason to do that. And if it's only kitties, you're safe. All right, armpit peck, right hand to left armpit peck, grabbing in there. I like to kind of grab the whole thing as if these are the sandwich breads and inside is the fixins. And then the same thing on the other side. Yeah, all of that feels good to me, but I do a lot of stuff where I'm working those muscles. So next place is sternochyly. But we're going to add one more thing before we get to start the sternochyly. So here I'm going to take my fingers right at the bottom of my rib cage there, and I'm just going to pull along the bottom of my ribs. So my fingers, if you have fingernails, don't dig them into your skin. I have very short ones, so I'm just pulling in and down. You can see creating a little ridge under there, pulling in and down. Breathe into it. 3 or 4 times. If your skin turns really red from that, that's a histamine response. You are releasing some stuff in there. Okay, then sternochyly. This is my xiphoid process, the bottom of my ribs, a little knotty thing there, little process sticking out. Down about halfway between your belly button and xiphoid process, sternochyly is in there. And I'm gonna kind of round forward so I can get into it and push in and up, pulsing in and up. Shake it out, shake it out. In the inguinal fold, right in there between your pubic bone and your hip bones. And as you're touching that area of your body, feel if you're tensing up in your gut body. Are you holding extra tension there in your guts, in your abs, in your back, in your butt? See if you can relax that a little bit. No extra tension. Tension blocks flow. And we all know what happens when things are stagnant, right? That is not the healthiest way to be. We want fluidity and movement. Hands behind your knees, right in there, the eye of the knee. And I'm bending and straightening as I do that. So I went dancing last night, honky tonk dancing, which because there's not a huge honky tonk dance scene up here, you have some people doing like a 2-step and then some people doing like swing dance. And then there's all sorts of variety of all sorts of things happening. So fun. All right, let's open wide, circle your pelvis. Think of this lubricating up your hip sockets so that ball and socket joint, femur head coming into your hips is getting all this fluidity, integrity, right? That tissue, when we demand different 3-dimensional movement, different planar movements, we are requiring our tissue to step up and strengthen up, change direction. But we're also hydrating the joints, the synovial fluid in the joint greasing up. And it produces because we demand it, right? It doesn't just produce if we aren't doing anything. So we want to demand to get the supply, right? Demand it by making round movements with your pelvis so that you're getting that integrity up in the hip socket. All right, and we're going to do a little vestibular stuff too. So vestibular system helps you locate in space. So what we're going to do is balance. First, we'll just balance. Try closing your eyes. Just stay in stillness. Balance with your eyes closed. Whenever you feel like you're ready to change it to the other side, do it. If you need to keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. You'll just seeing where you are with that. Oh, it helps for me to have my hands out. Oh, falling, falling, falling. This one foot is less stable than my other one. Plus, I'm on a mat, which I really don't like to stand on the mats when I'm balancing. Try it again with your eyes closed. You can have your hands on your hips, hands slightly in front of you, wherever it feels good for you. Go back and forth. And then we're going to change it. You can have your eyes open, but you're going to move your head around. So vestibular system moving, right? The visual and the vestibular are working together all the time for your balance. It is your system of location. It's the little teeny bones in your ears that help tell you where you are in space. So woo, try it, move around, let your head move. And then our final version is going to be move everything. So except for your standing leg. This mat is just in the wrong place. So you're going to stand on one leg and you're going to move your limbs, move your head, move it all. Try different things. You can go slow. It doesn't have to be fast. But take yourself off center and feel into the space around you. It doesn't have to look anything like what I'm doing. Giving your standing foot a chance to really adjust. This, we could say, is great ankle recuperation work for the ankle that you're standing on because you're requiring your foot to do all these different things. Change it to the other side whenever you're ready. Again, off center, off vertical. Notice what you use to balance. Like, how do you find that? What's going on for you in your body? You can take it big, woo. Good, and relax. I feel like we did a little bit more on one side than the other, but that's just what we're doing today. It's not always even. Let's take it down to the floor. Cross-legged position. So as soon as I sit down, my legs are like, wow, hello, hips. Let's just circle again, letting your gut body move, letting your gut body have motility. That's the inner movement of your gut body, the natural like peristalsis of things moving through your system. Change direction, slow it down if that feels good. Again, coming to this idea of tongue to tail, the whole gut body, tongue to tail moving. Juicy, hydrated tissue inside your body. And then come into center. Let's open the arms out, side, side stretch. Ah, letting your head go off vertical. Feeling that length on the top half. So this part that's stretching, really opening up. And then circle it the whole way around. Opening up and changing direction. Side to side, head away from your tail. Just keep breathing. I have like probably 2 or 3 breaths as I'm going around. It's not like I'm doing it all in one exhale and then inhaling up. Good. And then we're going to change legs. Non-dominant leg goes in front. And we're also going to do this circling around again. Rib cage, diaphragm, heart, lungs, moving around. Gut body, moving around. Intestines, spleen, liver, kidneys, pancreas. Let me just name some organs. Moving around. Change direction other way. As you're squishing around in there, imagine that your organs are just releasing anything they need to release, taking in anything they need to take in. So offering the image of health to your organs. Good. And then come in and we'll do the side side. Oh, I'm starting to get warm. I matched that painting today, that one down there. You know, I'm in my painting matching. And it's not that I wear something to match something. It's just that as I come down, I notice what am I matching? Like in my Zoom room, I am matching one of my Zoomers. Zoomers. All right. Sideways, side to side. Letting yourself really elongate that upper half. But it's not that the bottom half is totally collapsing and crunching. It can also elongate. Spaciousness inside the body. Let's go all the way around, circling around, head to tail, tongue to tail. Right? Sometimes if we think head to tail, maybe we're really thinking in the bones more, in the skeleton, or just body parts. But let's think of the juicy tissue inside, tongue, psoas, quadriceps lumborum, like all those deep muscles that are close to our midline at various parts of our body. Good. Relax for a second. Just breathe. Feel yourself connected to the floor. Let's take it forward on this one. Drop your head. Feel that head-tail connection. And let yourself move a little bit side to side. And then think deeper. Well, not deeper, just a different level and a different sort of sense of the tongue to tail connection. So maybe more fluid body. And then coming up. And we're going to take it all the way down to the floor, onto your back. I feel like sometimes I come down to the floor and I just feel my bones just adjust, which is always lovely. I love that. The natural chiropractor, just getting down on the ground. Let's roll from side to side really gently. So soft pouring of your body from side to side. Yummy. You could even take a sound, an M sound. Giving your tissue that extra vibration. And the breath sound, pouring from side to side, letting this massage out your lower back, your upper back, your hips, really relaxed. Letting go as easy as possible. No effort to roll from side to side. Just letting the water in your body pour from side to side. Very gentle. We're not shoving anything into ourselves or working hard or feeling the burn. We're just feeling the fluidity. And then coming back in. Not to say that we're not going to do the harder stuff too, but we want to have access to these different ways of being in our body. And let's just go with a lower opening and closing of the legs. So again, massaging through your hips, letting the tissue in your legs and in your hip socket get all of this movement that's really got opening, closing, spiraling. And then come back in. Let's stretch our legs out. So stretching it out into a long body on the floor and just heel rock, letting go of tension. So we really started, a lot of this class is really about releasing flow today. So if you have little blocked areas, we're inviting them to open up and become more fluid, right? What is plaque building up in your body, but a lack of fluidity in that tissue, right? That plaque is hardening because there isn't that much movement. I don't know. That's what I think. And then plaque eventually, at the worst, becomes more calcified. That's what I have read. Let's bring it up and give it a shake, 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 shake. Hit the back of your calves because you went dancing yesterday. And then come down, pelvis up. So pelvis straight up, circles with your hips. As big or small as feels good in your body. Although ideally, at some point, you're really opening up so you hit this part where the front of your hip flexors are extended and long. And change direction whenever you're ready. Look at massage out your shoulders as well. So stay present in sensation as you're moving. And then come in, roll it down through your spine. At the bottom, you're going to arch your back. So lifting your waist off the floor, creating space, butts on the floor, shoulders on the floor. You're arching, inhaling, and then exhale, flatten out the arch, tuck your tail, roll it up to the ceiling. Push, chest comes towards your chin, pull, knees towards away from your head, roll it down through your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl, roll it up. Inhale, chest to chin. Exhale, knees away from your head, roll it down through your spine all the way to the floor. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten, hollow, curl. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull, roll it down through your body. Inhale, arch, open the front space. Exhale, hollow, curl. I'm not doing a lot of muscle tension as I do that. I'm just letting my body drop down, rolling it up, pushing back, pulling forward, roll it down through your spine. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale, curl, roll it up. Inhale, push back. Exhale, pull forward, roll it down. And then we're going to change it. You're going to come up. Let's do this. Interlace your hands behind your butt. Walk your shoulders closer together. From here, you're going to internally rotate, knees touch, externally rotate, open. Internal rotation, external rotation. Internal rotation, external. So I'm rolling to the inner edge of my foot and then rolling to the outer edge again. I'm moving my femur head up in that hip socket and I'm letting the fascia in my thighs and the muscles and the muscle casings, which are fascia, have some slidey glidey differentiated three-dimensional movement where we're moving in different ways. So the layers of tissue get to move against each other in a really healthy way, ideally. Bring it in, open your hands, roll it all the way down. Take a deep breath, relax into the floor, and then shake out your legs. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Hands on your knees, big circles, just lubricating up your hip sockets even more. And change direction, letting your lower back release. And let's take if you have a ball or some weights, grab onto them. We are going to circle around our bodies with the ball. So I'm going to internally rotate my legs, turning my toes in, my knees are touching, internally rotated, knock-kneed and pigeon-toed in this position, circling around. Inhaling open, exhaling as I come up. And change direction, go the other way. If your weight is heavier, you could try bending your elbows a little bit more. If it feels good to get really elongated, then do that. Last one. And come in and relax. Let your head turn from side to side. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Hands down by your sides, legs up to the ceiling, pointed toes, outward circles. I'm going to go big, actually. I'm going to go big right away. I'm going to flex and open, reach down, pointing to come up the middle. You could be going small or big. Work with what feels good to you. Trying to straighten your knees as you make the circles, lengthening all that tissue. And then we're going to change direction. Take it down, flex out and up. If you want to, you can peel your butt up off the floor, but you don't have to. It's just an option. If you feel like getting into that curled peel up, go for it, but you don't have to. Two more. Last one. Relax, melt, let it go. Let's internally rotate. So opening your feet wide, internally rotating one leg at a time. My feet are wider than my sticky mat. Good, and bring it in. Let's go for a twist. Knees off the floor. If you want to extend your legs long here, you can. You don't have to. It's up to you. Good, and bring it in. Roll yourself back and forth, rounding through your spine. And then take it, just pressing up, hamstrings really pushing, little pulse toward the ceiling, going 1, 2, 3, 4, really opening the front of your hips, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down, happy baby. Grab on, wiggle around, free flow your baby. And then release. Roll it over. Come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to curl your toes under, arch, tops of the feet to the floor, around your spine, curl. Inhale, arch it open. Exhale, hollow and curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Taking your knees off the floor, try it there. Arch and curl. Arch. If you want to leave them on the floor, you can. Arch and curl. Try a little crawl to the edge of your mat, forwards and backwards. Then you're going to try curling your toes under and see if you can take the same little crawl with your knees off the floor. Just give me 1 second. I will be right back. All right. Let's let's do a little bit of arm work. So we're going to come into that downward dog position. Arms and legs. I think I'm going to take my socks off for this. So into our downward dog. Just walk through your feet, bend one knee, bend the other. Look under your armpit. Open your feet wide so that they're at your edges of your mat and circle your body over your arms. So circling around over your arms and legs, shifting your weight. Knees can be bent, and then change direction and go the other way. Walking it in, bringing it to your dog, and taking one leg up to the ceiling as high as it can go, knee into your chest. Inhale, poke a hole through the ceiling. Exhale, cross it under, knee to elbow. Inhale high, knee to outer shoulder. Inhale lift. We're going to do that 2 more times. Center, press it up. Cross it under, reach it out. Outer shoulder, reach it out. Again, last one. Center, reach it up, cross it under, reach it up. Outer shoulder, we're going to stay there. You're going to put your foot down. You can take this hand up, just reach for the ceiling, getting that maybe a little stretch in your hip, long spine, pushing back through your heel, elongating. And then you're just going to backstroke that arm. 3 swims back, and then forward. We're going to see, do I want to do this? I do. So you're going to take it from here. You're going to see if you can bring your back leg through, and this arm is going to go up. So you're going to bring it through, and then reach it back. Bring it through, and reach it back. Third one, bring it through, and reach it back, and take it to your dog, and walk your feet in, stand on your legs, forward fold, roll it up through your spine. Coming all the way up to the top, take a little walk around. Let your body readjust. Feel what it feels like just to be in your body now, and then take it back down, the whole thing on the other side. So other leg, up to the ceiling, knee to your chest. Poke a hole through the ceiling, cross it under. To the ceiling, out to your shoulder. Ceiling, center. Push it up, cross it under. Push it up, outer shoulder. Last set. 1, up, center, cross it under, outer shoulder, place your foot down, find it, take the hand up. Find this stretch. Maybe you get a stretch there in your hip, reach back, and then circles, backstroke, 1, 2, 3, and forward, 1, 2, 3. We're going to take the leg through and under. So it's going to come through and then back. 1, 2, 3. We could add more things to that, but we're not going to. Mercy. So we're not standing up this time. We're just going to lift the heels, scoop the belly in, round the spine, roll it forward, lower down to the floor in 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open your arms. Open your arms. Bend your knees. Let your legs fall from side to side. Breathing, feeling your heartbeat. And then you're going to take both knees bent and just take one leg across in the back. Bring it back. Cross the leg over. Bring it back. Open the top leg. Bring it back. Open the top leg. If that feels like too much of a stretch in the front of your deltoid, then just lower your arms slightly. Good. And let's come in. Forearm plank. Pressing up. 1 knee to the floor at a time, going parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crossing under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both knees to the floor. One leg out behind you, kicking the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back to your forearm plank, open your feet wide, circles with your pelvis. All these opportunities to hydrate that tissue. Change direction. And take it down. Melt into the floor. Feel your heartbeat if you can, your pulse. Feel your breath. And then we're going to bend one leg, grab on, draw your heel in towards your butt if you can, if that doesn't hurt your knee. Pubic bone is drawing into the mat, not with a whole lot of tension, just place the bones. And then you're going to internally and externally rotate that leg just a little bit. Thinking of the tissue in your thigh between the bone and your skin, getting a chance to slide around against itself and the other layers of tissue in there. So again, muscle fiber, fascia moving, fluids moving. Your whole, like when we're doing this, we're not just moving muscle fibers, fascia, and bone. We're moving our nerves. We're moving our vascular system. We're moving everything because it's all in there. Press it up, reach it out. Opposite arm to leg, opposite arm, sorry, other side of the body, lifting all the way up. Push into your hand, kick up, breathe. And release it back down. Same thing on the other side. Heel in towards your butt. Find the stretch. And then a little internal and external rotation in the hip socket. Just a little bit so you feel the movement in the front of your quad. Maybe even in the front of your pelvis. And then reach it out and lift. Breathe. Long body. Kick into your hand. And relax. Hands nice to your chest. Arch up. Bend your knees. Take it back. Relax down to the floor. Shift your weight from side to side. Let it go. Relax your head and neck. Relax your tail. Relax your tongue. Even if a relaxed tongue is just resting on the roof of the mouth, right? Just no extra tension. Let's come on to our sides. And it's been a while since I've done this. I think we're just going to do the whole thing. We're going to do the whole, like, this is what really helped me rehab my knee when I was having that pes sensorineural bursitis. This is one of the things. Legs are straight down below. Flexed foot coming up, not high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's parallel pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to turn it out. Flex foot low. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. And we're going to kick up. These are going to be big. Flex up, point down to the side. So turned out leg, kicking up behind your shoulder. Flex up, point down. Flex and point. Flex, point, flex, point. I'm not counting because I'm watching Gaylord, who is just at a camera and he's eating something and I don't know what it is. 2 more. Gaylord, Gaylord, come here. What did you eat? Can't trust them. Hopefully it was just cat food. All right, so we're going to now do, let's do the inside leg. So you're going to take your top leg, either put it in front or in back, whatever feels good to you. Bottom foot, flexed parallel up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. turn it in, flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes, I'm cramping, 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. We're not going to kick forward and backward in this. We're just going to come onto our backs, take the legs up, shake them out. Maybe not going for your biggest inner thigh stretch, but just circling, letting your knees release. If you want to go for a stretch there, you can. Play around with it. Listen to your body, right? Every day is a different day in your body, and results may vary from day to day, from person to person. All right, let's take it to the other side. Starting with legs straight down below you, parallel. Make sure you're not in the Pilates pike. Legs got to be straight down so your hip flexors are long. Flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flex, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flex, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. We're going to kick up, flex down. Or sorry, flex up, point down. 1 for 8, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep the turnout as it comes down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inside leg, bottom leg. Straight down below you, flex it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flex. 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flex. 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. Take it onto your back. And again, whatever you need to do here to release those muscles. Doesn't have to be your biggest stretch, but it might be. Sometimes if we've really like engaged and then we go immediately into a big stretch without coming to something neutral in the middle, that can be really intense for our muscles. So sometimes like if you've done something and your body is saying, oh, I need to do this other thing, listen to that. Your body is telling you. So we want to start listening. And it might be a little different than what I'm doing. Listen in, do that. If I do my own class, I usually do very different class. I'll follow along with some of it and then I'll do different things because on that day, my body needs to do something different. All right, we're going to do this here also because I feel like this is valuable. So one leg straight down below you. Again, we're not going high. We're going to like maybe 45 degrees, but just lengthening the leg, long body, neutral pelvis, flex foot, going 1, 2, parallel, 3, 4, tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex foot turned out. 1, 2, straight down below you. 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rotate in. This is weird. Flex it and turn it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then relax. Shake it out. We're going to do one more thing here. Hands behind your leg. You're going to reach up, flex, and point. Hold it in. 2. There's the 8. Flex, point. Hold. 3. Flex, point. Hold. Try to get to an extended leg. Flex, point. Hold. 5. Flex, point. Hold. 6. Flex, point. Hold. 7. Flex, point. Hold. And 8. Flex, point. Roll over onto your side, grab your foot, take it back. One more quad stretch here. Just breathe into it, open it up. and release and come back. Other leg straight down below you. Flexed foot, parallel. Going up 45 degrees. 1, not higher than your other knee. 2, probably lower. 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turned out leg, flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in, flex. 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1. Really weird. 2, 3, 4. Shake it out. Let it go. And then taking your hand behind your leg, extend it, flex, and point, fold it in. You're going to be wherever you are with this. You may be 90. You may not even be at 90 degrees. It's fine. 3, flex, point. If you're very flexible, maybe it's way higher. Flex, point, hold. 5. I think I added an extra one. That's okay. 6. I'm adding extra ones. This is my left leg. 7 and 8. Good. And relax. Roll over onto your side. Stretch that quad. Just take it back. Breathe into it. When I'm back there, sometimes I'm playing with flexing and pointing my foot a little bit. I can feel a very different pull in the tissue of my quad if I move my foot. Good. And release that. Let's just do a quick, just to roll across your butt and your hips, just rolling from side to side. It doesn't have to come all the way down, but listening into this sort of band across here of muscles and fascia, massaging it out. It's not actually a band, but we're thinking of it. It is a band with a good band name. Good, and let that go. Roll it back and forth. Take it into a plow if that feels good. And you can also come forward onto your legs. And this could take you further forward or up, however it feels good and interesting to you. If you're having a hard time getting forward and up, see if you can just keep reaching into the front space, right? Use a spatial intent, like I'm going to get that thing in front of me. Look at babies when they want something, how intelligent they can be in movement to get towards it. Last one. Good. And I'm going to flip over and do this other exercise. So for me, a lot of this class is knee rehab work. I'm going to take my butt towards my heels and bring it up. I'm not saying that these are doctor-given things. They're just things that worked in my body. They might not work in yours. So that's my disclaimer. You can try taking it back on the angle and then also sit bones to heels. This can be done here or here. Ew. Yeah, I'm a little crampy today. I've been cutting out coffee a lot. And so sometimes I put like half coffee, half decaf. And I think I had a little too much coffee in there today. I'm sure you are not surprised to know that like I have a 1 coffee limit, but it's a very big coffee. Let's take it into a plank. Micro bend. 1, 2, knees down if you need them, just a little bend. 3, 4, 5, micro bend. 6, 7, 8, 9, push into your hands. 10, take it down to the floor. Curl your toes under, push an inch off the floor, drop it down. 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 Arch up. Take it down. Shift from side to side. And then roll it up through your spine. Come to stand on your legs. Open your feet wide, shift from side to side. We're going to do a couple versions of this. The harder version, you are going to go down, flex, press it up, take it down, flex, press it up. Easier version, you do the same thing, but you use the floor. You can put a block in front of you. Easier version, you just go from side to side. So work with what is working for you. How do you get stronger? You work at it, right? And then take it into center. Shake your head no, nod yes. Relax your shoulders, shake it all out, and then roll it all the way up. Breathe in. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Letting go of any extra tension, any yuckiness or aggression that you have to yourself. See if you can shake that out. Oh, any of your own self-judgment and criticism, shake it out, shake it out. Invite it to sit over there on a different chair. It doesn't have to be in you, attacking you. Inhale, open. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Making space for some kindness and generosity for your own self, for your own cells, for your own system. Inhale, open, and exhale, softening and releasing. And TV Land viewers, thanks if you showed up at all. I don't know if we had anybody ever, but if you show up at a later date, thank you for joining us in the interwebs. You're on TV. You're famous. We all are. Maybe you don't want to be. So you're not, but maybe you are.